Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There's a website at the bottom. It is llewellyn.com on this box, but I believe the current one is usgamesinc.com. But if you look up Cyril Marchetti and tarot, you should easily find something. Supportive Oracle cards. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Some websites in the back here, torihartman.com, watkins.publishing.co.uk, or .com. Feel free to freeze frame if you want any of that information. Okay, Virgo. Okay. This one pushed out gossip. Gossip pushed out. So gossip doesn't have to only be like false things. It can also be people just continuing a conversation or continuing a situation, like dragging something out way past its due time. So sometimes gossip it's not always about like just lies. Sometimes it's when people just keep talking about something and they just won't let it go away. It's just kind of like it's been solved, let it be. You know, it's when they keep bringing something back, and it's been solved, or it's not going to go anywhere, or they're not helping the situation. That's also a gossip thing. Even though they may not be talking about something in a false way, they just keep it going and they just won't let it heal. Maybe that's where I'm going with this. They won't let it heal. So sometimes it's just continuing a feeling or continuing a negative energy for no reason. No good reason, obviously. Something changes quickly here for you. You're not... Ultimately, I feel like you don't like it. Something changes very quickly. I cringe at this one word because I feel like it's been so romanticized. It's soulmate. I cringe at it because I feel like where people take that word and where, I don't know, it's a little bit too romanticized for me. But this, whatever it was, it feels to you like it was something you needed to be a part of. It felt like the perfect match. Maybe it felt like this is where I'm supposed to be. And it's blocked. The energy comes into this. It's like it has something to do with gossip. Something that you wanted that's blocked. And when this card comes in, maybe this is something that's going where it's supposed to be, and it's not coming where you are. For some of you, I'm not really feeling loss. I'm just feeling like I know what I want and I can't get it. But it looked like it was for me. That's the problem. It looked like it was, but like I feel like there's just lack of connection, lack of response. If there's something you want and it's not responding, or it's not, you know, it's not really happening in real time, in real life, it's not gonna happen, is what I'm kind of getting. And it's kind of like accepting that. Maybe there's something you've been planning for, maybe a job, or you've been hoping for like something to come your way. And I'm getting complacency with the Five of Swords. I'm feeling like whatever it is not coming your direction. Something you really want that's not coming your way. But gossip almost is kind of like, you know, overthinking it in your head and keeping something alive that should not. It's a kind of like time to start, you know, moving towards the exit on this one. There's some information comes in really fast. I do feel like this is information based. Something comes in really fast though, and I feel like it's quite obvious that this situation is not going your way. Oh, I feel like this is a hard one. I'm kind of shocked. I wasn't expecting this energy. But the uplifting energy of this is, the sooner you start accepting it and moving away from it, the sooner your life can go better. That's the gossip. Okay, that's why that pushed out. There's going to be the need to hold on. The need to hold on to something that is not going to work out. Virgo tends to take a minute to relax and move on from something. You have to sort it out. You have to figure it out. And they're saying that's fine. But it's kind of like using it to your advantage and kind of like seeing it for what it is, but continue moving towards the exit. It may take you a while to get to the exit. It doesn't have to be that far off, but when you start, moving kind of like, all right, I need to get out of here, but let me gather my stuff. Let me make sure I got everybody. Everybody knows where I'm going. Let me find out the best way towards the exit that's going to be closest to my car. It's like planning it out, thinking it out. It's not going to happen in 5 seconds. You're not going to jump up and run out the building. I don't feel that in this situation, but I feel like they're saying make sure you let your own thoughts work to your advantage and not hold you somewhere that things aren't working. Even though the information comes in very quickly and very painful, it's not what you want to hear, is what I'm getting. The Two of Cups is telling me you're not liking it. Which I kind of feel like people who are readers are going, what do you mean? That's a really good card. This showed up in the position of what's not working. This isn't coming together, is what it's saying. You might want to believe it's coming together, but when the information comes in, it kind of eclipses it. The way these cards are laid down. Because ultimately, I'm like walking away from this. I don't want to show this card, but this is what's eclipsing the Two of Cups. It's the Ten of Swords, which is total devastation. Enlightenment pulls you out of it. Seeing it for what it is, it's not a fun moment. It doesn't feel good. But once you see it for what it is, and you realize you're like, I have to get out of this situation, or I have to change my goal, you'll start moving towards it. Slow and steady wins the race. However that needs to add up for you. It could be literally whatever this situation is, you take quick action and you literally get yourself out of it. But the slow and steady wins the race part might be just you making peace with it mentally, putting it away, stepping away from it, and like once it's done, that's done. I'm not returning to it. So it might be the sorting out emotionally that you do slow and steady on your own. You may move out of it real fast, whatever it is, especially if it's a job thing and something goes on and it's kind of like, well, the job isn't here anymore, so I really don't have a choice. Or it could be a relationship thing where something very unacceptable happens and you're like, well, when that happens, I leave. It may take me a minute for my emotions to settle and accept that that's done, but I'll start moving towards it. We definitely don't want to rationalize bad behavior, but we don't want to the direction you're going in is going to last a while, and you want to be empowered, that's for sure. So if somebody did something to you, I do feel like this is a slippery slope. We don't want to accept something, definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to rationalize it, don't want to do that. Yet we don't want to empower it in a negative way, which I mean, like, we don't want to demonize somebody, because that'll hold you back in a different way. We want to empower ourselves and separate ourselves from it. Not empower that negative energy to the point where we demonize somebody, because that creates, it actually gives them power in a different way. If you demonize somebody, it's hard. Like, you want to address it, see it for the truth, and be like, unacceptable, not going to be a part of that. But you don't want to make it kind of like, I need to fight that and just get stronger and stronger and just keep fighting it and keep fighting it and keep fighting it. Like, you want to stand up and say no and put it in its perspective. True. But not empower it in a negative way. I don't know how to explain this. I hope I'm explaining it right. Because if the energy gets too strong in a negative way to where you're standing against it, but like that becomes like your life to stand against it, it could end up draining you in a different way. It could end up making your life toxic in a different way. It may not seem like it, but it'll suck the life out of you. We want to stand up, be empowered, and be like, that's what that is. This is how I react to it, and it's done. No power. That whatever the negative thing was, it gets no power from you. None. And if you have too much energy fighting against it, it can get that power from you. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, because I'm worried, like, sometimes when people get on this thing where I have to fight it and I have to fight it and I have to fight it, it becomes its own entity in a sense. And it's just every day, just like I'm in this fight mode. Every day I wake up in this fight mode and I feel like I have to fight it again. And every day I feel like I'm in the fight, and every day I feel like I'm fighting. That's not really a good energy to have. Waking up every day feeling empowered, waking up every day feeling like I'm succeeding against this and I'm going to overcome this, and if it comes at me, it's not going to win. That's a different feeling. I hope that makes sense. Because you will persevere through this, whatever this is. Perseverance, but it's like through your own methods, through what works for you. You have your own way of handling these things. And it's slow and steady wins the race, usually for Virgo. So, it may take you a minute to get up to full speed, to full power, but once you're there, you're a dominable force. Dominable? Did I say that right? This takes a minute, because I see things getting better for you over time. I see you kind of fighting this on your own, though, whatever it is, but I feel like slowly you start off, you decide where you gotta go, you start putting it together, and over time, you become this dominant energy. A lot of this is a private battle, but I feel like by moving away from this, empowering yourself, not empowering the negative, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a person or it could be a situation. Like fighting against it, but not empowering it. Empowering yourself. Like when you fight against something, if you direct your energy towards it, you're empowering it. But if you fight against something and you empower yourself, kind of like, I have the energy to do this, I have the standing point to not only stand against this, but if something like this comes up, I'll stand against that too. I just hope I am making sense with the difference, because I see like great things are coming your way, but we got to get past this. We got to get past this and overcome this to re-empower you. You have to be empowered. Like, I don't know. I hope I'm really making sense with this, because like you don't want to empower what you're standing up against. You want to empower, so you have the energy. You're the one in power. Like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes when people get going, it reminds me of like almost like sports teams. When people get all excited and like when they go against this one sports team, they have all this energy and all this. It becomes this big fight. But when they go against other sport teams, maybe they don't have that same kick. You know what I mean? You don't want to empower like the person you're going against. You want to empower you so that every thing you have to come up against, you're empowered to go against that every time. It's you that's empowered, not that situation. I don't know. If I'm screwing it up, I'm screwing it up. I guess I have to just accept it. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you would like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.